What's going on, guys? Welcome back. And since we are all getting hyped up for the release of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga coming in 2021, as well as the release of the Razor Crest LEGO set, and the announcement that The Mandalorian Season 2 will start streaming on October 30th of this year, I thought I would go back to the LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens video game and show you guys my custom characters from the first season of The Mandalorian. Now, I'm sure probably some of these character designs will change in Season 2, which we might even get a trailer for later today. I'm not even really sure, right? But for now, these are the Season 1 designs, the only ones that we have available right now. And of course, I have limitations in the LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens customizer. And I'm also sorry that the quality on this video may not be the best because I still have not figured out how to screen record on the PS3, because that is my gaming console that I have. That's why I haven't been playing a lot of the new LEGO games, because they stopped producing them for PS3. And from what I understand, the only way to screen record in PS3 is using some sort of HDMI splitter cable box thing, and I don't know where I can find that. So for now, you have to put up with this video quality, and let me know if this video quality is really bad or something, because I honestly think it's okay. It's an okay camera quality for this video. But starting off with the characters, of course, I did this a couple months ago for my custom characters in The Force Awakens from Clone Wars Season 7 and The Rise of Skywalker, so you guys get the gist of it. I just go through the characters that I designed in this game and like show you or describe to you piece by piece what parts I used and how I made them, so you guys can make them as well. So starting off with Moff Gideon right here. This is probably my favorite one that I designed. From the bottom to the top, I used the Kylo Ren hips and legs, leading into the TIE Interceptor pilot torso, along with black arms and black hands, as well as the Lando Calrissian face with a reddish-brown head and the Finn hairpiece. So I kind of broke that down really quickly for you guys, so if you guys missed any of that, you can feel free to go back and listen to what I said again. Now, here's kind of the weird thing. In the game, you cannot give your characters a cape. That's not an option in the customizer. But weirdly, there is an option, or for some reason, one of the character slots already has a cape built into the character, like, model designer, or whatever you call it, the character slot in the customizer. So that's the slot I used for Moff Gideon, so he could have the cape. It's very complicated, but you cannot deliberately give them the cape. For some reason, one of the slots just has the cape built in, and that's the one I used to design Moff Gideon. And I believe that is kind of the mandatory thing, because he kind of does need the cape in order to have that demanding appearance, or that appearance that really does demand your attention. Now, the last part on this minifigure, or for this design, is of course his weapon, which of course I'm going to use the Darksaber. Now, unfortunately, in the Force Awakens video game, the Darksaber is not an option. Now, it may be in the Skywalker Saga game when that comes out, but I'm sure that in that game there will be DLC for the Mandalorian characters, so you won't really need to customize your characters in the game for these characters. Or you won't need to create custom characters, because the DLC will probably feature these characters. But since the Darksaber is not an option in this game, I just decided to give him a white lightsaber, which I don't believe has ever been seen in canon, but I think this is the best option. It doesn't have the correct sound design, of course, or the correct sound effects, and the Darksaber is not completely white, but it does have that white rim around the dark blade. And I think this is the best option in the game, and I honestly think he does look pretty badass with this lightsaber, if I may say so myself. So that's pretty much it on how to design Moff Gideon. Moving on to Din Djarin, I used the Boba Fett helmet, of course, because unless you got the DLC pack for the Clone Wars or whatever, where Jango Fett is in it, that helmet is still not in the customizer. So the only customizable Mandalorian helmet in the game is from Boba Fett, so of course I had to use the Boba Fett helmet. Then from the top down, or I guess underneath the helmet, you can't really see it unless you kill the character. I used the light nougat head with the First Order Fleet Engineer face, and I'll just kill him so you can see the head. You won't be seeing it like on the character unless you like kill him. But there's the head, I think. Yeah, there's his face right there. You can see it there just before it disappeared. That's the face I used for Din Djarin, but you're not really going to see it. Then the torso I used is from Volzang... Or sorry, no, the arms I used are from Volzang Lethrall. And I am sorry if I mispronounce some of these names, but a lot of these characters are just extras from The Force Awakens, and I don't really know the correct pronunciation. So I used the arms from Volzang Lethrall. I like the printing it adds, and then I used Nougat hands. The torso from Adin Mos, or Adin Moss, something along those lines. And the legs from Kin Zih. And I am sorry if I'm mispronouncing those, but those are kind of weird names, and I don't really know the correct pronunciation as stated previously. But I was contemplating using the Boba Fett torso, but Boba Fett, because he's the only Mandalorian in the game, it would just make Din Djarin look like Boba Fett all over again. That's what I wanted to avoid while designing this character. So that's why I used the different torso, and you can't see Mandalorian armor, but I like how it's kind of rugged, and this is based on his costume design at the beginning of the show, more so than the end, where he has kind of more shiny armor and it's less roughed up. Then the blaster I used is the EE3 Carbine blaster, and that's because if you want to use the same character slot as Moff Gideon, then you can give him the cape, which he does have in the show, but I feel like the cape is more mandatory for Moff Gideon, so I decided to give him the jetpack, which he gets at the end of the show in episode 8, I believe. But of course, that does make him look a lot more like Boba Fett, so if you want to just use the cape, go ahead. But in order to get the jetpack, you have to use the EE3 Carbine blaster, which is the one that Boba Fett uses in the game. So that's it for these two. Moving on to our next two and our last two characters. We have Greef Karga. Now, this one's a really simple one. The hair is from Finn, the face is from Lieutenant Bastion, and the head color is reddish-brown. Now, you could use the Lando Calrissian head like I already used on Moff Gideon, but I personally think that this resembles Greef Karga more, and I don't want to use the same face. For some reason, this character has a girl sound effect when he jumps, or a female sound when he jumps. That's very weird. I don't know why this game does that, but apparently Greef Karga is a girl. Confirmed. But the torso, hips, and legs are all from Wibby Twill, or Wibby Tula, or something along those lines, because I think that really does resemble his outfit in the show and in the Razor Crest set that just released yesterday. The arms are from Finn, I'm not sure if I already said that, and the hands are dark brown for his gloves. And the blaster I gave him is what is the official name of the blaster? The Defender Sporting Blaster Pistol. I really like the way that this looks, and he does have kind of two blasters like this in the show, but since there's not an option to give your characters two blasters in this game, I just decided to go with the one, and I think he looks pretty cool with this blaster. Now we're going to move on to our last character, and that is Cara Dune. Now, there's not a lot of parts in this game that really resemble her too well, so this was kind of a difficult one to design, but I think it actually turned out looking okay. So the hair is from Dasha Promenti, the head color is medium nougat, the face is from Corcella. Now, there's a lot of generic female face prints in the game, and you can really use any of them, but I think this one really did resemble her the most, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. The torso is from... What is the torso from? I'm just looking at my notes, sorry. The torso is from Virond Jellic, who I believe was a member of the Kanji Club group that attacked Han Solo, Rey, and Finn in The Force Awakens, if I'm not mistaken. The arms are from Finn once again. The hands are dark earth blue, I believe is the name officially used in the customizer. And the hips and legs are from Han Solo from Starkiller Base. Now, her blaster is the heavy... I just like to call it the heavy Stormtrooper blaster from the First Order, but the official title of it is the Son Blast FWMB-10. So that's the official title of the blaster. I just thought I'd tell you in the video here because I wrote it down, but it is just from the heavy stormtrooper from the game. But she does use kind of a Gatling gun like this in the finale of Mandalorian Season 1 and maybe the rest of it. And I'm not sure if we're going to see Greef, Karga and Cara Dune again in Season 2. I don't think we'll probably be seeing them again. We'll probably see them again in the show, but probably not in Season 2 because they want to focus on a lot of the other characters being introduced, like Ahsoka and possibly Boba Fett, I guess. But yeah, my favorite of the four I designed here are easily Moff Gideon and Din Djarin. But please let me know which of these is your favorite, or which two are your favorite, or whatever your thoughts are on these custom characters in The Force Awakens. Please let me know in the comments below. And of course, as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.